Hey squad friends, it's Miss Christy here, and today I'm going to talk to you about Washington DC's boundary stones. So here in Washington DC, we didn't always exist as a capital city. The original, very first president of our country, George Washington, got to choose the site of where the capital city would be. He chose a spot on the Potomac River between Virginia and Maryland, and that is where Washington DC is today. Now, they had to have a way to show people where Washington, D.C. started and where Virginia and Maryland ended. You might hear the word boundary and think of something like a fence or a wall, and that's exactly right. A boundary shows where one thing ends and another thing begins. So that's what these boundary stones did. And there are over 30 of these original stones still left. Oftentimes you'll see a fence around them. People are really trying to protect them, to keep them safe, because naturally, the wind and rain and things erode them away. Now that picture of the boundary stone I took myself, but the map is from a really excellent website that you should check out. It's boundarystones.org. It's going to tell you way more information than I can share in this short video, so go check that out. But now that you know what boundary stones are, you know a little bit what they look like, I'd like you to do 2 projects with me today. They're super quick, and I hope you think they're fun. I think they're fun. Number 1, you're going to invent your own monument. When you hear the word monument, you probably think of the things that are in the Urban Adventure Squad logo, right? We've got the Lincoln Memorial, Jefferson Memorial, and the Washington Monument. Now, a lot of people refer to the boundary stones as the original federal monuments. So you can think about the neighborhood you live in and think, what do I really like about my neighborhood? What do I want to celebrate in my neighborhood? And take some Play-Doh or clay if you have it, sculpt your own monument. Or if you don't have Play-Doh or clay, no problem. Just find some art supplies, draw or paint or cut out what you want your monument to look like. So I'm going to use a little Play-Doh today. I'm going to do a monument for Urban Adventure Squad using our colors, blue and orange. And I live very close, almost precisely in the Cleveland Park neighborhood in Washington, D.C., which is actually where Urban Adventure Squad got its start. Some of our very first programs were in Cleveland Park. So I'm using Urban Adventure Squad colors for my monument to Urban Adventure Squad. I'm going to place that in my neighborhood, or the neighborhood next door to me, Cleveland Park, where the squad got its start. And I'm not going to say, now this is just a model, of course, it's not the actual monument, if there were going to be an actual monument, but I'm going to say that my monument, instead of being made of stone, is going to be made of a recycled material. You know how lots of playgrounds have that cushy, sort of rubbery floor? That's made of recycled tires. Rubber tires. So I'm going to say that that's what my monument's made out of. So it's celebrating Urban Adventure Squad in the neighborhood where it got its start, and it's made of something that's soft and fun to play on. I'd like it to be hard enough that you could climb on these structures. Maybe there'd be a spray park element for hot days. You could also go underneath and read a book in the shade, or you could climb up on top and slide down the other side. But there you go. That's my Urban Adventure Squad monument. What does your monument look like? I'd love to see it. So you can email us at info@urbanadventuresquad.org and share what your monument looks like. Now, when we hear the word monument, we also think of the word landmark. Project number 2. Are you up for a challenge? I'd like to see if you can do a landmark map. A landmark is just something memorable, notable in a neighborhood. Your landmarks in your neighborhood might be your friend's house who lives nearby that you walk by all the time. Maybe another landmark is that oak tree with all the acorns underneath, and you always see squirrels munching away on their acorns, and you call it the squirrel tree. every day you walk by the squirrel tree. Landmarks can be anything you want. So you can draw a map of your home or your neighborhood, whatever you'd like, and think of the landmarks that are there. Now, the great thing about mapping is maps can just be pictures. That's all they have to be. You can add words if you want to, but you don't have to. A map is a drawing that represents a place and how to get around that place. So I'm going to show you my little landmark map I made here. On my landmark map, I've got that tree I was talking about with the squirrel who likes to eat all the acorns. I've got a home up here. It's springtime. I've seen lots of tulips blooming. So we've got our tulips there, a library, another building with smiley faces. Maybe that's where my friend lives. So see if you can draw a landmark map representing your neighborhood or your home, and then as an extra challenge, you can give it to somebody you live with and see if they recognize the spots. Thanks for learning about boundary stones with me today. I hope you learned a little something fun. I hope that you invent your own monument. You try to design a landmark map. If you do all of that, please share it at info@urbanadventuresquad.org and comment down below if you liked this and want to see some more fun activities. Miss Christy signing off.